In this video I'll be showing you how to prepare a model for Mini Painter 3D. I'm using Blender for this. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's getting the job done, so I don't care. We'll start with something I'm working on at the moment, which is this bad boy I got from Etsy. I've already divided the mesh into its major parts and now I'm working on the details. You can see the left arm already has the shadows baked on. There's a lot of detail in there and it's taken a long time. Let's start with a really simple part of the mesh, this pipe up here. Go into Object Mode and select the mesh you want to work on, then switch to Edit Mode and make sure nothing is selected. I like to start in wireframe mode so I can be sure I don't miss anything. My first models were full of holes from where I tried to select everything in solid mode. So in wireframe mode I switched to the circle selector and just select everything I want to include. It's best to bleed your selection and then neaten it up. With that selected, we'll neaten up the edges by using the reverse selection to get rid of the bits we don't want to include. For this, I'll switch between solid and wireframe until I'm happy with the selection. And there it is. Now go to Mesh, Separate, Selection, and there we have it. Now let's add some shading. Go to Object Mode, click the newly created mesh, into Edit Mode and select All. Change to UV editing and create a new texture. Because this is a single mesh without much detail, I'm going to reduce the texture size right down to 512 by 512. That will reduce loading times in Mini Painter 3D. Oh, we have a blank texture. Let's bake. Go back to the model and move to Edit Mode and select All. Now go to the UV menu and select Unwrap. Right, straight away I can see that the mesh has unwrapped in a bad way. If we baked the texture now, it would look shite, so we're going to change the way this mesh unwraps. This next step is a proper hack job, but it's quick, so here's what we're going to do. With the mesh selected, go to Mesh and then Bisect. Draw a line down the length of the object, then go to UV, then mark Scene. Select everything again and then do the UV unwrap once more. See, that's much better. Finally, we'll bake the shadows onto that texture. Switch to Object Mode. Go to the Material menu and add a new material. I've been using the Principled BSDF option. I have no idea what it means, but it works. With that done, go to Base Color and click the little yellow dot. Change it to Image Texture and then click the little image icon to choose the blank texture you created earlier. Up to the Render Properties menu, change the render engine to Cycles. Go down to the Bake menu and change Bake Type to Ambient Occlusion. Then, click Bake. Wait a minute and there you have it. So that's the painstaking process I go through for each model. There's bound to be easier ways to do this, but I just can't be asked to learn anything else. Thanks for watching. This model will be available soon, and in the meantime please try out the other models on MP3D and support this project on Patreon if you can.